Are your people working hard but not reaching their full potential? The problem is not effort, it is development. At the Modern Observer Group, we transform workforce development into real performance. Our human-centered achievement programs help your team think better, communicate stronger, and execute at a higher level. That means higher employee engagement, stronger leadership, and measurable results across your organization. If you want a workforce that performs, leads, and delivers, it is time to invest in your people. Visit modernobserver.com and discover how the Modern Observer Group helps you build a workforce that wins.
Britain continues its crackdown of free speech. A B-52 crashes in California. Oil and gas prices drop, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. Vice President J.D. Vance on Monday spoke about the settlement that would extend the U.S.-Iran ceasefire and pave the way for 60 days of technical negotiations to end the war, saying it has been signed digitally. Vance said the agreement marked a moment in which Iran has a two-path option. On the one hand, if they continue to try to rebuild their nuclear program, this deal ensures they will never have the resources to do that, Vance told ABC News' Good Morning America in an interview on Monday. On the other hand, if the Iranians are willing to give a long-term commitment, along with proper verification, to give up that nuclear weapon, we're willing to welcome them into the world economy, to lift some sanctions, and to turn over a new leaf in that relationship. President Trump assured his counterparts at the G7 that the United States is not giving any money to Iran. Iranian refugees have stated that unless there is regime change, this agreement allows the Iranian leaders to continue to execute their opponents. Russia launched a new round of missiles and drones into Ukraine on Monday. The attack damaged at least 14 residential buildings and caused the Dormition Cathedral, one of the country's oldest and holiest sites, to burn down. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer announced a new plan that would ban social media for all children under age 16. Starmer framed the policy as an attempt to protect young minds, but some critics fear it will add to the UK's crackdown on free speech. Under the guise of protecting public safety, British authorities now routinely question or arrest people for online speech. According to the Times of London, police in the UK now make more than 30 arrests a day for purportedly offensive posts on social media. On Monday, Graham Linehan, the creator of several hit British sitcoms, including Father Ted and The IT Crowd, arrived from Arizona at London's Heathrow Airport. Awaiting him there were 5 armed police officers who were under orders to arrest him. After an interrogation so intense it made him ill, Linehan was ordered to stay off X under threat of arrest. 8 crew members are believed to have died after a nuclear-capable B-52 Stratofortress crashed shortly after takeoff at Edwards Air Force Base in California's Mojave Desert on Monday. The bomber was on a test mission that ended with a crash that sent a massive plume of black smoke into the sky above Kern County. An official release noted that initial indications are that the crash was not survivable. The bomber, which typically carries a crew of 5, went down around 11:20 a.m. local time. The Air Force has not released details on injuries or the cause of the crash. The airfield has been closed, and all inbound aircraft are being diverted. The B-52 has been in service since 1955 and was used in recent operations against Iran. California Governor Gavin Newsom said Monday that the Trump administration is investigating him and his wife. Newsom accused the president of political prosecution, saying Trump targeted him because Newsom is considering a presidential run in 2028. While Newsom gave no details of the investigation, The Trump administration has repeatedly said publicly that they are investigating numerous cases of fraud within California's state government. As oil prices dropped following the news of a preliminary peace deal between the U.S. and Iran, U.S. national average retail gasoline prices fell to $3.99 a gallon on Sunday, according to data from GasBuddy, though Reuters reports prices are still up nearly 91 cents from a year ago. Oil prices on Monday fell to their lowest level since March after U.S. officials announced the agreement. West Texas Intermediate Futures price, the benchmark index for U.S. trading, registered at about $80.40. That figure, which amounted to a 5% drop on Monday, marked the lowest price since March 5th, just a week after the outbreak of the Iran war. Fox Corporation will acquire streaming platform Roku for $160 a share in a cash and stock deal valued at $22 billion, combining live sports and news with the top connected TV platform in America. The deal pairs Fox's sports and news portfolios with Roku's reach into more than 100 million streaming households worldwide. Roku founder Anthony Wood will stay on and join the Fox board. Together, the companies say they will become the third largest player in U.S. television by viewing share. The deal is expected to close in the first half of 2027. That's the Raw Naked Truth for June 16th, 2026. Remember to like and subscribe to the Raw Naked Truth wherever you listen to podcasts. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth Daily News Brief, as well as our sister podcast, Carnivore Radio, with news analysis and commentary, and the rest of the Xvadio Podcast Network at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcast app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.